To introduce Joe.
Joe Bryant. Yes. Joe Bryant. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hi.
Joe Bryant, how are you today?
Oh, blessed, absolutely blessed. I wouldn't dare complain.
All right. Well, for some of you who are listening who might not know, Joe Bryant and I worked together in the 1990s.
Absolutely.
And there was a company called PepperCo Music Group, and we had an opportunity to work together. He was a producer, and I was his manager.
Absolutely.
And so, Joe, let's talk about the first project that we did together.
Great. I was going to say, because we did so much, and what you just said, it was a small synopsis of what actually was a lot of work.
Yes.
A lot of great work and a lot of great projects. A lot with the PepperCo Music Group, and even some that were with other entities. And I loved all of my time living and working in Connecticut. And we have several projects, but you're right. We should probably just try to narrow it down. The first record we did was a beautiful record that almost brings tears to my eyes because of just the beauty of the music and the beauty of the experience and the people that we had the pleasure to work with. A group called the East Coast Regional Mass Choir, which, again, there's a long story, but the shortest version of it was a lot of choirs and entities from the East Coast that we pulled together to do what ended up being a very successful CD, and that was the beginning of a string of projects that I'm very, very proud of. And I might say they couldn't have ever have happened without a great team, which Anné was a huge part of. And I'm just so happy for what we were able to accomplish during that time.
Mm-hmm. Now, for those of you who might not know, East Coast Regional Mass Choir, that is a Joe Bryant production, and that had individuals like John P. Key and Bishop J.C. White, and name some others. Joe.
Oh my goodness, Pastor Jonathan DuBose, lest we forget, the great Joe Wilson, who is now musical director for Lady Gaga,
yes,
was a part of that record. Jeff Lowe Davis, B. Somerville, John Key wrote a huge hit and performed his hit that he wrote on that particular record. The late, great Robin Stewart. Oh, my Lord, have mercy.
Yes.
The late, great Robin Stewart and the late, great Dennis Sanders.
Yes.
From San Diego, California. And that's off the top of my head. I'm sure we're forgetting some because there were a lot of great people involved with the record, and it was a very successful record and blessed a lot of people. And I can't repeat enough how proud and happy I am to have been a part of that, and how proud and happy I am that you also were a part of that record. And it's something that people talk to me about that record to this day, and that was a while back, but people still remember it, and it blessed a lot of people. So I praise God for that opportunity.
Yes.
A fun experience.
Yes, and those skills actually came from watching you, because after we would do the live recording, because that was a live recording,
certainly,
we would go
recorded at Bishop Albert Jameson's, the distinguished chair of the National Gospel Music Workshop of America. We recorded it at his church live in Brooklyn. Absolutely.
Yes, exactly. But we would take that reel and reels,
right,
and go into the studio and cut all night.
Yes. That was just the beginning. The post-production is, for people like me, is the most important part. And when it came to you and our team, we just, the work was upon us and the task was upon us. And we just jumped in with both feet. And everyone worked really hard and really put their best feet forward through a challenging yet very fun post-production process, and everybody got to kind of see what we do to make these records special. And just even thinking about it right now brings up with a huge smile to my face because we were able to do hard work, but we made it into a funny experience.
Yes, and moving down the line, I was thinking about this. If we don't talk about this, no one will ever know. Remember, we were in Chicago, and it was GMWA. We were in Chicago, and you were aiming.
In Foul Truck.
Yes, and I came and knocked on the door with a young man who wanted to sing. Do you remember that?
Yeah, would that gentleman be by the name of Mr. Kirk Franklin?
Mr. Kirk Franklin.
The Grammy Award-winning artist.
Grammy Award-winning Kirk Franklin.
We had no idea at that moment and during that period that he was going to end up being perhaps the biggest artist in gospel. But though there's been some discussion and some discrepancy, the Rex so nervous. He was so nervous, yet his gift was huge even then.
Yes.
Kirk wrote a song that became a hit single, his first hit single, and his first national performance on a record that was a nationwide hit was a song called "I'll Do It."
I'll Do It.
And we recorded it live. And it's funny you should mention that because Tommy couldn't be better. Right this moment is just now today and yesterday were the closing sessions of that
GMWA?
very historic organization, the GMWA, which for those who are uninitiated stands for the Gospel Music Workshop of America, founded by the late great Reverend James Cleveland. It's the biggest gospel organization of its kind in the world. And during that convention, and I don't want to guess what the year was, but I'll go with Anné's description of the 90s. Sometime in the 90s, that was when we recorded that organization and brought to the forefront the great Kirk Franklin for his first recording session and for his first big-time album.
Him and Hezekiah Walker sang together, didn't they?
Well, the thing about it, I wasn't going to tell the story, but
okay.
Now that you said it, I'm going to tell it. I said to Kirk, I said, well, you want to lead the whole thing? I said, well, I got, go ask Hezekiah Walker would he sing the song with you. And I remember it like it was yesterday. Kirk said, I'm not going to ask Hezekiah Walker. Look, I don't know him. He's a big star. I can't go up and just talk to him. I said, oh, my goodness. So I went and grabbed Hezekiah Walker, and we put the thing together where they did a co-lead vocal on this tune written by Kirk Franklin. And it ended up being such an exciting and fun record. And that was the very moment. Now, him and Hezekiah and some of our top artists are certainly good friends now, but they were brought together by Anné and myself in Chicago while we were recording the live session of that record. The name of the record is The Chief Cornerstone, a term that Pastor DuBose uses a lot. The Chief Cornerstone, and the single was "I'll Do It," written by Kirk Franklin and performed by Kirk Franklin and Hezekiah Walker, and I had to kind of push Kirk Franklin into connecting with Hezekiah Walker because he was somewhat shy about it at first, but of course, you can imagine it yielded a great result. And just thinking about that, I haven't thought about it in a long time, but that's a great memory, and that really is how it happened.
Exactly. Wow.